What if your breath could reveal secrets about your health? I'm in VA, and today we're decoding what your breath is really telling you. Bad breath isn't just about garlic or skipping a brush. It can be a powerful diagnostic tool, hinting at issues far beyond your mouth. Modern science is now using breath to detect diseases early, analyzing chemical fingerprints called VOCs that signal what's happening inside your body. Today, we'll break down 5 surprising breath odors and the serious health conditions they might reveal. This isn't about paranoia, it's about being empowered to spot warning signs early. Let's dive in. Alright, let's dive into some potentially alarming scents. First up, a sweet, fruity, almost pleasant smell on someone's breath. It might remind you of overripe fruit or even a sugary beverage. Or, on the less pleasant side, a distinct odor reminiscent of nail polish remover. That sharp chemical tang that stings your nostrils. This isn't just odd or a random occurrence, it's a signal that something is seriously amiss within the body. It's not the kind of thing you can just brush off. In fact, it's a red flag, a warning siren blaring in the form of a smell, indicating a potentially life-threatening condition known as diabetic ketoacidosis, or DKA. DKA is a life-threatening complication of diabetes, a medical emergency that requires immediate attention. It's not something to take lightly. Here's why it happens. Let's break down the complex processes within the body that lead to this dangerous state. It all starts when your body can't use glucose, the primary source of energy, for fuel. This is usually due to a severe lack of insulin, the hormone that allows glucose to enter your cells. Without insulin, glucose builds up in the bloodstream, unable to perform its vital function. Faced with this energy crisis, the body desperately seeks an alternative fuel source. It turns to burning fat rapidly, a process that produces ketones as a byproduct. One particular ketone, acetone, is the culprit behind the telltale smell. Acetone is the very same chemical found in nail polish remover, a potent solvent known for its distinct and easily recognizable odor. And that's precisely what you're smelling on the breath of someone experiencing DKA. The body is literally trying to vent out the excess acetone. When ketones build up to dangerous levels, they overwhelm the body's buffering systems, causing your blood to turn acidic. This is a critical shift in the body's delicate chemical balance. This acidic state can wreak havoc on your organs, damaging them and disrupting their normal function. Without prompt and aggressive treatment, DKA can quickly become fatal. The body, in its attempt to restore balance, tries to expel these excess ketones through your breath, using the lungs as an escape route. This expulsion process is what creates that distinct sweet or fruity odor or the telltale smell of nail polish remover on the breath. But the altered breath is not the only symptom. Other DKA symptoms include extreme thirst, as the body tries to flush out the excess glucose and ketones. This leads to frequent urination, another attempt by the kidneys to eliminate the excess sugar and ketones from the bloodstream. Nausea and vomiting are also common, as the body struggles to cope with the acidic overload. Abdominal pain, a general feeling of weakness, and increasing confusion are further signs that the body is in distress. Rapid, deep breathing, sometimes referred to as Kussmaul breathing, is another telltale sign. This is the body's desperate attempt to correct its acid-base balance by exhaling carbon dioxide, a natural acid. It's important not to confuse this dangerous condition with ketosis, a metabolic state achieved through a ketogenic diet. DKA is uncontrolled and dangerous, a medical emergency that requires immediate intervention. DKA most commonly occurs in people with type 1 diabetes, but it can also happen in people with type 2 diabetes, particularly during times of illness or stress. Therefore, if you notice this unusual smell, especially in someone known to have diabetes, it's crucial to act quickly. Check their blood sugar and ketone levels immediately, and seek emergency medical care without delay. Time is of the essence in these situations. This is a clear and compelling example of how a seemingly innocuous thing, like the smell of someone's breath, can signal a serious medical crisis. Recognizing the fruity or nail polish remover-like smell of DKA could very well save a life. It's a skill worth having. That life could be yours, or the life of someone you care about. Being aware and acting quickly can make all the difference. Now let's move on to the next scent on our list, a scent that points to a completely different organ in trouble, revealing the diverse ways our bodies communicate through odor. Next, a metallic or ammonia-like breath. Think sharp, pungent, almost like urine. This is a warning sign from your kidneys. Healthy kidneys filter waste like urea from your blood. When they fail, urea builds up, leading to uremia. Urea in your saliva breaks down into ammonia, which you exhale, hence the metallic or ammonia odor called uremic fetor. By the time you notice this, kidney damage may be advanced. Other symptoms: fatigue, nausea, swelling, muscle cramps, and changes in urination. Sometimes heavy metal poisoning can cause similar odors, but kidney failure is the main concern. If you notice this smell, get kidney function tests, creatinine and BUN immediately. Early detection is key to slowing kidney disease. Your breath is a messenger. Don't ignore it. Now, let's talk about a rather peculiar and often unsettling symptom: a strong, persistent fishy odor. It's not just a fleeting scent after eating seafood. We're talking about an odor that lingers, that seems to emanate from within. It's the kind of smell that makes you wonder if you've accidentally stepped into a fish market. This odor might be noticeable on breath, sweat, or even urine. It's a pervasive smell that can be quite embarrassing and socially isolating. But beyond the social implications, its presence can be a clue, a signal that something isn't quite right within the body. When this happens, it can mean two things, each with its own set of implications and requiring a different approach to understanding and managing the situation. First, it could be a rare genetic disorder, a condition passed down through families that affects how the body processes certain compounds. Alternatively, and perhaps more urgently, it could be a sign of severe liver trouble, indicating that this vital organ isn't functioning as it should. The rare disorder we're referring to is trimethylaminoria, more commonly known as fish odor syndrome, a metabolic condition where the body can't properly break down trimethylamine. This is a chemical compound, which is a natural byproduct from the digestion of certain foods, particularly those rich in choline. These foods include things like eggs, certain types of fish, and even liver. While trimethylaminoria isn't dangerous physically, meaning it doesn't directly threaten your physical health, the social implications can be quite distressing, leading to feelings of isolation, embarrassment, and even anxiety in social situations. Now, shifting gears to a more urgent concern, a fishy or even a musty sweet odor on the breath can be a serious warning sign, potentially signaling liver failure, a condition where the liver is no longer able to perform its vital functions. In medical terms, this distinctive breath odor is known as fetor hepaticus. This occurs when the liver, normally responsible for filtering toxins from the blood, is unable to do so effectively. As a result, compounds like dimethyl sulfide, which contribute to the characteristic odor, build up in the bloodstream and are eventually exhaled through the lungs. The presence of fetor hepaticus is often a classic sign of advanced liver disease, indicating significant damage and impaired function. It's also frequently associated with portal hypertension, a condition where there's increased pressure in the portal vein, the major blood vessel that carries blood from the digestive organs to the liver. Furthermore, the presence of this odor often means the person is at an increased risk for developing hepatic encephalopathy, a serious complication of liver disease that affects brain function. Hepatic encephalopathy can manifest in a variety of ways, including confusion, changes in personality, and in severe cases, even lead to a coma. Therefore, it's crucial to be aware of other signs of liver failure that may accompany this distinctive breath odor. These include jaundice, a yellowing of the skin and whites of the eyes, abdominal swelling, also known as ascites, which is the accumulation of fluid in the abdominal cavity, persistent fatigue, and easy bruising or bleeding, which can occur due to the liver's role in producing clotting factors. So, if you happen to notice this unusual odor, especially if it's accompanied by any of these other symptoms, it's essential to take it seriously. In such cases, it's crucial to seek immediate medical help to determine the underlying cause and receive appropriate treatment. Your breath could be trying to send you a critical warning, alerting you to a potentially life-threatening liver problem that requires prompt medical attention. Don't ignore the signs. Listen to your body and seek help when needed. Rotten egg breath. It's a phrase that can send shivers down anyone's spine. That unmistakable, unpleasant odor can be a source of embarrassment and social anxiety. But more than just a minor inconvenience, it's often a sign that something's not quite right within your body. It's sulfurous and unmistakable, a pungent aroma that's hard to ignore. This distinctive smell usually means hydrogen sulfide gas is present, a compound produced by certain bacteria. Most often, it's a direct result of poor oral hygiene. When you neglect brushing and flossing, food particles linger, creating a breeding ground for bacteria. These bacteria in your mouth break down proteins and release those volatile sulfur compounds, the culprits behind the rotten egg smell. The tongue, with its rough surface, is a particularly good hiding spot for these odor-producing microbes. Brush, floss, and clean your tongue thoroughly to tackle this problem head-on. Make sure you're reaching all areas of your mouth, dislodging trapped food and plaque. But if your dental care is solid, if you're diligent about brushing, flossing, and tongue scraping, and the smell persists, it's time to look deeper, beyond just your mouth. GERD, or gastroesophageal reflux disease, also known as acid reflux, can bring foul-smelling gases up from your stomach and into your esophagus, eventually making their way into your breath. Symptoms include the telltale heartburn, that burning sensation in your chest. You might also experience regurgitation, the sensation of food or liquid coming back up, and over time, even tooth decay due to the acidity. An imbalance in your gut bacteria, such as small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO, can also cause this unpleasant odor, along with uncomfortable bloating, excessive gas, and other digestive issues. Furthermore, H. pylori infection, a bacterial infection linked to the development of stomach ulcers, can contribute to the problem as well. Therefore, persistent rotten egg breath, especially when coupled with other digestive symptoms, means it's time to check your digestive health and consult with a healthcare professional. Start by keeping a detailed symptom diary, noting when the bad breath occurs, what you've eaten, and any other symptoms you're experiencing. And don't hesitate to see a gastroenterologist if needed for further evaluation and testing. Your gut and breath are more intimately connected than you might initially think. Addressing the root cause of that rotten egg breath could be the key to improving not just your breath, but your overall well-being. A musty, moldy, or cellar-like breath odor is a serious sign often pointing to advanced liver or kidney failure. In liver failure, compounds called mercaptans build up and are exhaled, creating that musty smell. This usually means cirrhosis or severe liver damage, often irreversible. Symptoms: jaundice, abdominal swelling, confusion, and severe fatigue. In kidney failure, a musty or mousy odor can also appear, signaling uremia, waste poisoning the body. Both organs are crucial for detoxifying your blood. When they fail, toxins accumulate and your breath changes. If you notice this smell, especially with confusion or swelling, it's a medical emergency. Doctors will order blood tests to check liver and kidney function. These odors are your body's 5-alarm fire, don't ignore them. Most bad breath is harmless. Just brush, floss, and see your dentist. But if you notice persistent, unusual odors, fruity, metallic, fishy, sulfurous, or musty, pay attention. Think of it as your body's check engine light. See a healthcare professional and get checked out. New breath analysis tech is on the horizon. But for now, your senses are your best tool. Stay aware, take your health seriously, and listen to what your breath is telling you. Thanks for